Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have what are their true intentions in love? And we see very clearly, Sagittarius, somebody's true intentions over here because we start the oracle reading with the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, and here's the man desperately trying to hold on to these Four of Pentacles, right? And he's standing on one and one's on his crown. He's standing on two, and then not standing, but his feet are, holding them down. And so this talks about money improvements in this deck, more coming your way. Wow. Sounds good, Sagittarius, right? We also have dedications, right? And our dedication, this is the Nine of Swords in this deck. Yeah, it's a great Nine of Swords. Usually it's somebody who's worried, right, with all these swords. But this talks about dedication. Maybe you are dedicated to your career and money is coming your way. That could be the case here, right? But we have love showing up in this reading, right? It always cracks this little head in, Sagittarius. It does. We have contemplation. This is Abelard and Eloise, right? I feel like they were in France, and so this is contemplation, and this is I believe it's the Hermit. Let's have a look here though, because this is what they call it. This is a major arcana in this deck, and so it is the Hermit, yeah. And so this has a story, as of all these major arcanas have stories. They do in the Lover's deck, right? The Lover's Path. We have Peter Abelard was famed as a brilliant theologian. So he was a man of religion, or he, studied religion. That's what theology is. Interesting how they call that, like, it's the theory, right? Or, yeah, it is. It's based on the study of a theory, because THEO is theory, right? And teacher during the medieval ages. All right. Wow. It's hard to teach people now in the supposedly modern ages. Can you imagine in the medieval ages? People are going, what? They're still doing it. Abelard quickly became known for mastery of philosophical dialogue. Yeah, philosophical dialogue can help raise your vibration, right? Yeah, that's why we want to focus on that. Yeah, not listen to these people here who are trying to run our language into the ground. And that is, okay, let's keep going, Sagittarius. You may not understand that, but you may, right? Uh, right, when you attack a language, what is the point of that, right? Or what is the real kind of reason, right? But this person wrote about that, like he was a master. In other words, he wrote his own philosophy, right? And basically, which is wisdom. For me, it is. But what this means is kind of like their point of view here, based on wisdom, right? We have Confucian's philosophy. We have, I believe, Ralph Waldo Emerson, the philosophy of the Tao, Buddha's philosophy, etc., right? And so here, but he wrote about this, okay, and he used language he was probably trying to bring awareness to the people through language, right? And independence of thought. This is what I mean when you are empowered, when you have independence of thought. For sure you do. You're thinking for yourself, outside the box, and you're a critical thinker. He even went against church policy. Yeah, he said, you guys are full of shit. And took positions sympathetic to pagan traditions. Okay, interesting here, because he was studying theology, which is religion, but he was studying it like from a point of view like you guys are full of baloney, and he had his own pagan traditions. In other words, he was saying the church was a liar, right? And I'd probably go to his little seminars if he was alive. Yeah. However, and I do believe in God. However, it was his love for Eloise that caused the biggest scandal. Okay, so this guy he thought, not think. He thought outside the box, for sure he did. However, it was his love for Eloise. The story of their forbidden love is set out in Abelard's 1130 book. Interesting. That's my birthday. That's really interesting, right? Yeah, I feel like it is. The history of my calamities. This guy already knew here ahead of time He sounds like he knew what was going to happen in 2022 in these times, right? Listening to your heart, retreat into inner life. At this time, your needs are not so focused on relationships with others, but on your relationship with yourself. Okay, so this is the Hermit. Maybe your person's a Virgo, but right? Maybe this is your rising, or or your moon, maybe, excuse me. But the Contemplation card, somebody's alone here, right? That's what it is. And it's interesting how we learn so little, so much from like so little words. That was, I know I talk a lot, I get that. But my point is that, this little blurb in this little book here talks about somebody who's kind of in their own solitude, and they are completely thinking about outside the box. They're not going with some type of tradition. No, they're not. They're like, oh, I don't believe in that. And he was kind of, pushed outside. And his biggest scandal was his love for Eloise. Maybe this person's life, Sagittarius, is their biggest love for you. Or this is the biggest scandal in their life. I feel like it is. Because we're going to go on and talk about it. Yeah, we are. And so we have the Hanged Man next. And this is patience and perspective. So we know while this person is kind of in hermit mode or contemplating, this person is contemplating a union with you. Yeah, they are. And here they are, writing down either what to say to you or, drawing you this beautiful picture. He's drawing a picture of Eloise. He is. I like this guy because he said, I'm not with you, bitches. That's what he said. And in many ways, he did what he thought was either good or definitely he was not following the narrative that they were putting out there. Yeah, that's why I like him, because that's what people need to understand here, that they're creating a narrative for you to be in the matrix about. Yeah, they are. The Hanged Man, patience and perspective. So this person, Sagittarius, is very patient in the Hangman mode, right? That could be waiting. The Hermit can be seen as waiting or just quietly biding your time, but while they are planning, because this Hangman has perspective. Yeah, they do. They're showing the grasshoppers. I didn't know grasshoppers had that much perspective, but what do I know? It probably has to do with, I don't know, with the food, right? With the seasons or something like that. Because the Farmer's Almanac, they use the animals and how they are behaving and what they see kind of around them, but they use it to predict storms or really cold winters or harsh winters and things like that, or droughts even. Yeah, they use the animals. They know when the animals are doing certain things that they are protecting themselves for what is to come. And that's what this person might be doing, Sagittarius, protecting them from, I don't know, maybe from your wrath, right? Because there's some type of being very careful here. There is. OMG, while they contemplate, they're dedicated to you, Sagittarius. Here they are carrying their 9 swords. This woman, this is dedication. And actually, she's only carrying one now with the bow. So, and the arrows are in the back here. This person's dedicated to you, and I feel like they are not worried about maybe arrows for somebody else. Like, in other words, in my opinion, they're dedicated to you, right? Is what I see here. And they don't care about anything else. No. And these swords are like for the past. It's possible they are no longer worried, because this card talks about, there's still a little bit of worry here. There is. That's why they're contemplating very slow. I feel like they are. But I feel like they were worried here in the past, possibly. Maybe they're worried about their money. Possibly. We have the 4 of Pentacles here, right? In this deck is money, improvements, but maybe they were worried about that, right? I feel like this person wants to build with you, because we have the one rune here, and this rune, and this is Awaz. It talks about building or getting to the root of things. And it is also, this is called the tree, right? They could be worried that they're not going to maybe grow this with you. Somebody here, this Abelard, who was very wise, and I feel like they tried to take him down because he questioned the narrative, right? And that's what they're doing today. They're taking anybody down who questions their narrative. They're trying to change language, right? You don't call somebody by their name. You call them by some dumb pronoun. I mean, it's, right? It's very obvious here with the ridiculosity, the damage you're trying to do, right? But let's keep going, Sagittarius, because your person here is very wise to the fact that they want to build with you, and they're being very careful. And this person has gone outside the box or gone outside of society, or nobody's with this person. They're all alone in their thoughts and this plan to be with you, and they're very careful. And I feel like there could be a scandal here. In other words, they might be leaving somebody for some, right? So we have ask your angels. Yeah, ask them, right? They were saying the other day, I was watching Pam Gregory. She's an astrologer, and she was interviewing this other astrologer. She always interviews many astrologers, right? And so long story short, though, she was interviewing this one lady, and the lady told her, if you need to protect yourself, right? You need your spirit guides. So what you can do here, because of what's going on, yeah, you can be saying what? But long story short, you guys, you can protect yourself. And they know, they totally understand all these things I've been, trying to put in here. They totally get it. But what they're saying here is that you can protect yourself. You sit quietly and you ask for your spirit guides and God to kind of gather around you, or, you do. And the God doesn't always have to be a person for you, because for me, the universe is God, right? But, you ask for protection, and you get into this kind of love vibration, and then they will protect you. I've heard so many people say this, right? Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we have. Listen to your intuition. All right. So that's what this person is doing. They're stepping outside the box. They're not going by, well, Sagittarius maybe is kind of like, well, somebody could be telling this person it'll never work with you in Sagittarius. It could be that kind of energy here. There's something that is very unique and critical thinking and awakening. And this person thinks outside of the box. Yeah, they do, right? And and so listen to your intuition. Ask your angels. This person's asking their angels. They are, I'm pretty sure. Maybe it's you here, right? The reading can be switched. We have the cord, right? And the cord is interesting because this talks about initiation, right? We know initiation is to be a beginning, right? Right? So this could be the start of something, but they could be cutting the cord somewhere too, right? So we have Gaia, and this is healing. And here she is, a little naked girl here, and she's a mermaid, and she has horns on her head. So Gaia is spoken about, or taught in the kind of esoteric world, esoteric healing, and studies of the occult. She is, and so here she represents healing, right? And here she is with a ribbed stomach, so she was definitely working out here. She was, right? And so, this person here, I feel like, is probably cutting a cord, and there's some type of scandal here. I feel like there is, right? Let's see what they have to say about the cord, right? Maybe they're afraid you're going to cut the cord, Sagittarius. They might be, but this person's contemplating to come forward, and they've been thinking about this for days, because your past couple readings are all about somebody who is afraid, careful with their words, watching their words. And, with the Tree of Life, we had the actor. And for me, that is, I'm pretty sure that was in your reading. That is somebody who's rehearsing their lines. Yeah, it is. So let's see what it says here. Your soul steps closer to the source. High note. So it's next to listen to your intuition. This person went through an awakening, and they are closer to the source. Your soul steps closer. This person is definitely contemplating to come forward, but they're in some type of major transformation, spiritual transformation and awakening. And says, a cord connects us to the mother during pregnancy and is highly symbolic of the womb, used in magic to bind, to define boundaries, to hold wishes and at initiatory rites, like these little meetings here, or, colored cords were also used by midwives in ancient days to weave prayers for the newborn. I mean, that's beautiful to me, right? Wow, because these midwives, I believe, were delivering the babies, and they were praying for the newborn babies. That's beautiful, right? Right now they're not praying for any babies. No, they're not. Quite the opposite, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, we need our rights. I get it, you guys, but women's rights, right? But let's continue here. And the cord shows this time to be a time of initiation into the mysteries of life. This person's going to come forward, and they know it's a mystery because they're going, this is a cool reading, they're going through a major awakening, but at the same time, they know you're a soulmate, and they're contemplating, and they don't know if you're going to cut them off at the pass, Sagittarius, or maybe give them a free pass. They don't know. Excuse me. And this accord, it talks about connecting like to the womb, which is about creation, because they want to, the woman is about creation, right? Of course. And procreating doesn't have to be, they necessarily want a baby with you, but, cause I don't know how old you guys know, right? Or things like that, right? But used in magic to bind, to define boundaries, to hold wishes, and at initiatory rites, colored cards. Okay, this person is in some type of spiritual meditation about you. They're praying. Yeah, they are. They have to be. This is a trip here. Contemplation, perspective with the hangman, a spiritual perspective. Ask your angels, listen to your intuition, the cord. I mean, wow, right? Super. The card shows its time, shows this time to be a time of initiation into the mysteries of life. You are ready to step into new realities and are advised to prepare yourself for the test that's to come. They know that you're going to, like, that this is a test. Like, they might not pass, Sagittarius, all right? Tell them to use proper English, all right, if they were born in this country. Otherwise, and what I mean by that is tell them to use words of love, not negative. The young people have been taught all this negativity, right? Yeah, they have with their words, right? They don't speak as nicely as, not all, but some do. They don't speak as nicely as the older people. No, they don't, because this is what they grew up with. This is what they gave us, basically, right? And I don't mean necessarily your parents, right? No, I don't really mean that. With any initiation, there's always a measuring of the soul to see how ready it is for growth. This person's testing themselves if you're ready to grow this with them. Remember, we have the tree here with the rune. And we're going to talk about that in the extended. That's a trip. This is not vindictive or malicious. No, simply the way it is. You do, however, have a certain level of control, having already made the choices that have brought you to where you are now. Expect an initiation. If you're in situations that are binding you or someone else too tightly, this card would indicate restriction if the present course is maintained. You may need to face a truth. In my opinion, this person is cutting the cord with some type of situation. And there's a scandal here. Like, you're part of a scandal, Sagittarius. Sorry to say, right? I feel like you are. So we're going to turn these scandal cords to the side. Kind of. And then we have Gaia. Sorry, guys. And this is about healing. Yeah, say it right, Denise. Gaia. And this is unconditional love is the key to healing. Look at this. They know that unconditional love is the key to healing. I also believe that your person is healing. Where's that healing card here? I just feel like they are kind of healing. There's a card here that was talking about healing. I forgot. I think it was the one we just read. Yeah. Don't mind me. It's kind of a late night over here. But this cord talks about a little bit of healing. I feel like it does. Yeah. With any initiation, there's always a measuring of the soul to see how ready it is for growth. Okay. Your soul can't be ready for growth if it hasn't healed. They already made this choice to come forward, Sagittarius. And this person felt restricted. That's why they're people could be gossiping about them. Like, this is scandalous, right? So we start the reading, Sagittarius, your cards, and we're at 20 minutes. Oh my God. So let's see what we have. We have let's see what we have for you. We have the fortune telling card. This is the 10 of Pentacles. So this card over here says the 4 of Pentacles, money improvements, more coming your way. And your person has the devil. So we know that this is about them, like in some type of a scandal, but like going through a major awakening at the very least, and coming forward and wanting to connect the cord with you. And they're asking their angels to help them. Yeah, to help them understand this. Listen to your intuition, right? So let's see what it says here about this card. Let's see what we have for your person and you. Yeah, wow. I really want to get to the extended because I feel like it's going to be very interesting. I do. Let's see what we have here, though. And you have the 10 of Cups. They have the King of Wands. We're going to pull these cards different today. The Emperor, Sagittarius, this is what's on your mind. And this Emperor is, you're wondering if they're going to take control of their life and have the power and the authority, I believe, to bring you this wish here. This fortune cookie talks about taking a chance or my good luck or something like that. And you're wondering here, maybe if you're going to have good luck with them. Your challenge is going to be the 2 of Pentacles. You're going back and forth all about this, or you think that they have been, and they have, right? Especially with the devil as their first card. Oh my goodness, right? We have the 10 of, in their challenge is going to be the King of Swords. This is the decision. They have to go by the decision they made to come forward. Yeah, and it's a challenge because they're either walking away from something or somebody that's restricting them. This person's clearing all restrictions, all. And these restrictions, Sagittarius, are like, well, it could be another union. It could be the way they were thinking, because this person has done a 180. Yeah. Let's see what we have. And we have, and if you don't know what a 180, it's a complete turnaround. Yeah, it is. We took geometry, right? We know about a little bit about geometry, right? But the 180 is, I believe it's halfway around, right? So they changed, they flipped, right? For sure they did. And what you want is the Queen of Cups, or you're wondering maybe about a water sign, but this is all about love here. This could be your challenge. There could have been somebody blocking you here, and this could be a person. And they don't necessarily have to be a water sign. They could be, this could be a love. Your person might have been maybe in love with somebody else, or this decision that they have to make in their challenge, the King of Swords. Now, we already saw here with this cord card, your person already made their decision. It was saying that. But they have to come and talk to you. That's really how it looks here. And the 5 of Swords in your person's fear. They're fearing loss with you. They want the Empress. And that's you, somebody passionate. I believe somebody they probably want to build with. But this Empress talks about love and creativity and passion. Yeah, it does. And here we have the Emperor and the Empress in this deck. You guys are definitely in this reading. You're definitely a divine couple. Not a divine, no, divine. A divine couple. We have the King and the Queen of Wands in the reading. And this King of Wands or the Queen, one of them's you or both, but this, again, could be a divine couple here. And you guys are. That's why your person's going with this awakening. They're on this spiritual journey, and, God came to them, or an angel, somebody came to them. Ask your angels. They're asking their angels, but some spirituality or some intervention, divine intervention came to them and said, hey, you're supposed to go be with Sagittarius. What are you doing sitting here? And they knew. I feel like this person has missed you. We have dedication here. And the fact that it's next to this contemplation card with patience and perspective, this is what they're dedicated to doing right now. I believe you're going to heal the situation with this person, Sagittarius, because as I say here, here's the horned mermaid, and she has butterfly on her shoulder, and she's holding this little plant that's growing in her hand, like right before her eyes. You're going to heal this and build a house of love with this person. Yeah. And a solid house of love. Yeah, this isn't any halfway, half-ass. It's complete and full. And the vibration here is just, the consciousness here is just so beautiful. They know they belong with you. They're hoping you'll see it. Yeah, this reminds me of a little person, a little kid who kind of goes to their parents. They have a nightmare, and they run into their parents, right, to tell them. Reminds me of my little granddaughter, right, where she had to come sleep with me, right? And Grandma, can I sleep with you? I'm like, yeah, right. And because she ran in, and her dad gets mad at her, right? Isabella, go back to sleep. It's fine. There's no, this and that, but. It really makes kids feel like you're not listening to them, right? And little kids are really intuitive, yeah, because their pineal gland, they can be they know what's going on, except that they continue to take arm medicine as they grow, and this dulls their intuition majorly, right? The food is poisoned. Yeah, it is. And so, and all the environmental pollutions can really take away from your pineal gland, right? It can be different things, right? But definitely it is this, in my opinion, the arm medicine that they've been giving kids. Yeah, for sure. But getting back to this, it just reminds me, though, Sagittarius, about. And no need to comment on that. Please don't, because we can't talk freely here. No. But I had to kind of bring that up because your person, Sagittarius, it just reminds me of, like, when my little granddaughter said, can I come sleep with you? And they didn't really believe her. That she's having, like they're not really kind of paying homage to her little intuition, kind of, right? She had a nightmare, but it's like this. It's like your person's kind of afraid that when they come to you that they think maybe you're not awakened. And so deep down they go, well, Sagittarius is my soulmate. I'm supposed to be there with Sagittarius, right? The angel said so. Or God came and told them, some divine intervention, but they're afraid that you might maybe laugh at them. For some of you, I mean, not if you're watching tarot reading so much, because you guys mostly understand divine intervention, right? But they could be thinking here that you might not understand that. And they could be going, well, I know that we're supposed to be together, blah, blah, blah. And I've changed because I know. I woke up. And they're afraid you're not going to see that. Yeah. And so here, Sagittarius, let's have a look at your fortune cookie, what this is about. Because this here is what you are this is what's on your mind. And let's look at the 10 of Pentacles in this deck. Let's see what it says. Yeah, even Sylvia Brown, she's a psychic. She talked all about that she tried to tell her parents that, because she was a psychic, right? I think she's legit, right? But long story short, she tried to tell her parents, all about this kind of vision she had. She kept having this vision, and they just kind of, downplayed it or discredited her or kind of ignored it. And she used to have this grandmother named Ida, and her grandmother was totally like, yeah, her grandmother supported her in that, right? So let's look here at the 10 of Pentacles. And this is a fortune, right? Fortune cookie. An inheritance, winnings, liquidation. The fulfillment of your dream may cause you to change residence or make acquaintances with will. Will prove to be useful. Okay. But you might move with this person because they want the world with you. right? The tree is here with the rune, which is to grow things. The fulfillment of your dream. You might move with this person. You're wondering here, maybe if you're going to move with them, but definitely you're wondering if you're going to have your dream come true with them, right? So here you have the Queen of Wands, and this is going to be in your fear. So you're afraid something, right? This is about you. This is your own fear or your own doubt about this. And you could be wondering if they're going to do something here. The Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. Maybe you're wondering if they know that you are their wish, but here you're wondering if you're going to have your wish come true. You definitely are. And in the challenge here, this could be their challenge, the Two of Pentacles, where you know they're going back and forth about whether they'll take you back. Yeah, this challenge, whenever we see the challenge here, it could be their challenge challenging you, right? And that's why it's in your challenge. Seven of Wands, you're wondering if this person is overwhelmed or if they're going to resist this possibly. I feel like it's more about their being overwhelmed. And down here, Sagittarius, they have the devil. This is fear, your person. And then they have the King of Wands and the Strength card. They could be wondering here, and the King of Swords is in their challenge. It's clear here that they don't know how you're going to react to their awakening, to what they have to say, to a new beginning with them. They think that you're going to probably, resist them or something like that. They could be wondering here if you'll have the courage. Because in my opinion, this person has the courage to come. So this is about you with this decision. This could be the challenge for them. They've decided to come forward and they think you might not have the courage to roll with this. Maybe they are a real jerk, right? So we're going to end the reading. We're going to talk a little bit about this devil in the other reading because this is getting too long here. We are. And we're going to have a whole spread on them. We're going to talk with their energy, right? We're also going to talk about this rune, and we're going to lay down some Lenormand, the fortune-telling cards for them. Yeah, we are. And with the Lenormand, right, and the fortune-telling. Thank you so much. They're all super affordable. The link is always below, Sagittarius. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe.